In this video, I want to show you the 7K gem event, which is already available in Kingdom 2. This is a full 2 days ahead of when it's visible everywhere else. And then I want to speculate about the timing for the Zenith of Power, which I think will be in every kingdom starting on Tuesday. So first things first, the Market of Nations is the 7K gem event. This is the event where every single player in the game literally should have accumulated their 7,000 gems to spend toward the higher prize tier of rewards. It's just worth it, and you make back those gems in gem tokens. Maybe not all of them, but a large amount of them, especially if you push even just a moderate amount into this event. At level 15, in fact, I'll say free to play, just spending your action points, you can easily get your way to level 18 to 20. Again, without even popping any potions at all. I think that's probably where you land. But to get all the way to the highest levels of this event, which you want to do, at the higher tier here, if you unlock the 7K gem level, you get another 2,000 gems and 15 gold heads. You probably have to spend a non-trivial amount of action points to actually get there. Hopefully, you're already in a KVK right now when that happens, so you can get all those extra rewards. Now, the way that you get the items you need to push the level of your Market of Nations is through the same things that we've actually seen before. Collecting on the map, defeating barbarians, and collecting from your city. There's not a lot of tricks to all these things. You can AoE barb farm to save action points, but spend a lot of time. You can also use production boosts. Even if you have really low production buildings, you should pop production boosts during this event to get your production higher. And then obviously gathering is something you should be doing anyways. And if you don't have the 7,000 gems to do this event, you probably should go start gathering gems if you need to. You only have to push this button, the 7,000 gem button, by the end of the event, sometime before it ends, in order to get the extra tier of rewards. And if we're really lucky, it's unlikely, but if it does overlap with a More Than Gems event, then you can spend those gems during More Than Gems for extra value. I don't think we will have, however, a More Than Gems event this weekend. What I do think we will see is that when this event goes live, I expect we'll get a recharge event and also a bundle that will pop up that will let you accelerate your path toward getting more of what you need to advance your Market of Nations to the highest level. There is always the $10 tier, which I find gets you pretty much all the way there. If you're active and get the $10 tier, you probably don't have to get many, if any, of the other bundles that are available, but those other bundles do have a pretty high amount of speed ups, which, if you're going to push power in the Zenith of Power, you are going to need a lot of speed ups. The Zenith of Power gives a really great city theme, but is extremely difficult to obtain. If you're a rally lead or a garrison captain for archers, I think you would want either 15% defense or 10% health. If you already add 10% health, which very few people in the game do for archers, then you're good. I don't think you need to go for the 15% defense, but if you don't have the health, then you definitely want to grab this 15% defense. I personally will be trying to upgrade from my 10% attack from the KVK reward city theme up to this one, which is 15% defense. That seems like a very good pickup. Now, even if you don't make the top 10, which is extremely difficult and stressful, by the way, it has to be the most stressful event in the game by a long shot. People have panic spent thousands of dollars on this event. I'm not even kidding you, to make sure hopefully that they win their spot. And getting 11th, man, pour one out for everybody who gets 11th in the Zenith of Power. Because if you are 11th or lower, then what you get is a limited time city theme. It'll last for like 30 days or 15 days or something to that effect, which, hey, I mean, for a KVK, you get some extra punch. It is nice to get that. Everybody, however, should plan to gain 1,000,000 power during the course of this event. There will be about 5 legendary commander sculptures. Assuming that it follows the cadence it's always followed pretty much every single time I think it's been in the game. Now, I anticipate that Continent 1, or I guess the very first continent in the game, that's Kingdom 1 through 8, has this event a full 2 days ahead of all the other kingdoms. At first, I thought maybe it's just not showing up on the calendar for everybody and we'll get it everywhere on Sunday. But I think the more likely thing is actually, now that I've thought about it more, that probably all the other continents are kind of delayed by 2 days. So I suspect that this will show up Tuesday, and it will last, let's see here. This goes from the 18th to the 22nd. So it will go from the 20th to the 24th. There are, of course, other rewards here if you do get one of the top ranks, but just hitting your 1 million power gain is probably what most people go for. And if you want a dedicated guide talking about what it really takes to win a Zenith of Power, I'll have a card up in the top and an end card in the sort of credits of this video that goes way more in depth on what it actually takes to win. The easier to obtain city theme, by the way, is in that 7k gem event. And I like that the 7k gem event always does come with a city theme. In this case, unfortunately, you're gaining infantry attack and you lose cavalry defense, which is not all that exciting unless you're an infantry player and you didn't have a better theme. But you should have a better theme because you have way better options available to you in the anniversary events. In this shop, you can choose this anniversary theme city voucher, and this has a ton of great options. So if you really wanted an infantry theme, I'd probably steer you away from attack and toward health, but I've talked about that in a ton of videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to get the latest and greatest news as soon as it drops. I try to bring that to you as fast as I possibly can, although because I'm battling in KVK right now, it's a little bit difficult to both battle in KVK and maintain news drops as soon as they happen, but here we are, and it's happened. So subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're looking for more information about Zenith or the time that I almost lost Zenith, those cards will show up in the end screen in just a second.